Greetings from the far side of the galaxy, I'm Fuuri, your host of the most, bringing this series back after like, 6 months? Anyways, the name of the game is me telling you what your Housamo Fave says about you, so let's get started with the new characters. The first of the new guys whose taste I'll be judging you for is Haster. Something Shenong, but for scalies. Also, I suppose you're into like a reverse werewolf relationship where the monster is obsessed with you rather than the other way around. And up next, we have Kersha, everyone's favorite dog. No, wait, that's Moritaka. Everyone's second favorite. No, that's Q-Sith. Everyone's dog. Okay, I'm not judging you for wanting to date a hobo. Actually, I am. You're weird. And I'm not making that hobo thing up. No, seriously, it's in his research file. He's a couch surfing hobo. And after Kersha, I guess we're doing Pazuzu. Sorry to break it to you, but unless you're a lizard, it's just not gonna work out. Also, he's secretly a weirdo. You're gonna go on your first date only to find out he's into something like feet or vor. Let's go from the scientist to the cop with Nobumichi. When NWA said fuck the police, this is not what they meant. Like, I get it, he's hot, but you're going to be watching the news one day and see your husband just beating a protester. Also, just ignore that reused asset. I can't be bothered to make a new one. The next character I'm whining about is Yuma. You like hair. You like hair way too much. Please stop eating it. But I mean, hey, your boyfriend does too, so you can at least debate which kind of shampoo makes the best seasoning. Sliding in with the other guildmaster, we have Oscar. You want to date Narlantotep, but you're not a furry. You can excuse someone who's evil, manipulative, and worst of all, a theater kid, but you draw the line at furries. Then we have Gurengach, who should be on the thumbnail of this video. I don't know, I'm still recording this and I haven't decided yet. You know that song, One Way or Another? I would play it here cause Gurengach likes to run away, but I'd be copyright murdered for it, so that's a no. I'll just say you like men who play hard to get and move on. Since we're done with the most recent banners and I have to actually come up with new characters to cover, let's do Barong. You know what I said about Oscar? This is like the opposite of that. You really wish you were Chi-Chi, but you're too much of a furry to date Goku. Which is weird, cause aren't Saiyans like technically 8 people? Granted, aren't like regular people technically also 8 people? Questions to think about as we move on to the next character, Benton. There's a fine line between girl boss and cringe fail, and by God does she walk it. It's hotter than it should be, so yeah, you get Fury's official seal of approval. Next up, we're doing Ashigara. You like pathetic little men, or well, pathetic large men. I would put him in the poor little meow meow bucket, but he's so large I don't think he'll fit. We'll hit up the next character, Chernabog. You want this man's meat. Like really want this man's meat. Of course, I'm talking about his grilled goods. Keep your head out the gutter. I have no good way to transition to this character, so Makara. Submissive and breedable? No, submissive and rideable. And speaking from going from one exile's mount to the other, we have Tongrisnir. Submissive and breedable? No, submissive and no, wait, we already made this joke. Cut to commercial. Sorry this video is a little shorter than usual. I've got graduation, finals, getting a job. It'd really help if you liked and subscribed or donated to my Ko-fi and Patreon. Supporters get extra rewards and stuff. I should also be streaming Neko Jishi on Monday, so do tune in for that. But anyways, back to the video. Going from Dilf to the opposite of that, we have Citri. I honestly just don't see it. He radiates too much little brother energy. I just want to gaslight him into thinking something that's not true. Like caveman killed the dinosaurs, he's going to share it in class and he's going to get laughed at and be embarrassed. It's what older brothers do. Since we're mentioning Citri, it's only fair we bring up his annoying uncle, Batham. Remember when your fave used to be relevant? I don't, cause it never happened. Keeping track with the berserkers, we're doing Cthulhu. Something IED inbound. Coming in after Cthulhu is everyone's second husbando, Seth. He's my favorite Guilty Gear character. Just check out these sick combos. You know what? Actually, ignore that. Moving on from Seth, we have a Matsumara. You're into the exact opposite of Seth. Strong, confident, doesn't have mental breakdowns, not a twink. Also, I would play Hammer Time here, but, copyright's a bitch. After that, we have Magen. Despite simping for a rather large lad, it's quite clear that size doesn't matter to you. And moving on from that, we have Azazel. You're also a fan of Christine, Narlanthatap, Ahab, and other characters who never got a limited unit. Coming in from left field is Bale. You're into Seth, but also Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney. And finally, we round things out with Goro Zaimon.
Listen, they were right. You really can't handle that they, them, thusy. Yeah.
And that's that on that. Thank you for watching. Why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe or something while I move on to our Patreon shoutouts. For our 3 stars, we have special thanks to 87 Werehog, Deku, Zora Chow, Churon, Garon Lefay, Dragon King Yara, Anon RC, and Kayun. For 4 stars, we have Miki Moon, the dearly beloved. And for our Super D-Tuber special 5-star shoutouts, we have... First, Vanilla Flower, the beast on the prowl. Then, Poor Mage, the composer. Next, Sky King 64, the vanishing point. And finally, Mahagasaur, the sound surfer. Thank you for watching. Do be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, this is your host Fuuri signing out.